Hello everyone. My today's focus is we will understand how to set up TypeScript and also we will understand some few basics of the TypeScript. So to start, first let us discuss how can we install and create a setup for TypeScript. So first of all, we need to download Node. So in order to download Node, you can simply search Node and go to download page and download according to your operating system. Once it is downloaded, you can simply install Node.js, and so that is the first thing. Secondly, you can download any of the code editor, such as Visual Studio Code, or if you have any other preferences. My personal preference is VS Code. You can also download VS Code so that I will be uh, along with the course, I will be telling many shortcuts which you can utilize. So just search VS Code and go to download, and you can download it here. So once you have done the downloading, you can simply open VS Code and create a folder and open any folder here. Okay, so now we will see. Next thing is to install the VS Code, the TypeScript. All right. So just I have opened a terminal called Git Bash. So here you can simply type npm. Now npm is a project manager which comes along with Node.js, which we have just downloaded. So here we will type npm and install, as we want to install, and we want to install in our system globally. So hyphen g, and finally TypeScript, and click enter and wait for the command to run. And as you can see, it says it is downloaded. So we can check it by tsc. So this is a command for TypeScript, hyphen hyphen version. As you can type it, you can see it says version 4.8.3, which means it is downloaded. So this is how we can download TypeScript. So in TypeScript, we can create files with an extension of .ts. So let's see how can we create a file, and how can we run a TypeScript file. So I will create a file called as example.ts, like this, and I will write some code here. Let sum is equals to 7, and simply console.log. So I will print it here, console.log sum. And now, in order to run this, first we need to transpile it and create a JavaScript file. So to do that, we can simply say, okay, first let me clear the logs, and now ts, okay, tsc and example.ts. As soon as I run it, once let's it complete the execution, you can see it had created a JavaScript file. So let's just check this out, and you can see it also has the same code which is in JavaScript. So now we to run this, we can simply say node and example.js, and when we run it, you can see it is printing 7. So let's discuss some of the basics of TypeScript. So here you have seen that in order to run a TypeScript file, we have run it like this: tsc and the file name. Now suppose there is a big project and there are so many files in there. In that case, we will have to run each of the TypeScript file one by one, and that is really hectic. So in order to do that, what we can do is we can create a TypeScript project. So basically, there is a command called tsc hyphen hyphen init. You enter this command and you will see that there is a new file called JSON file got created. Now this is a configuration file. Here we can mention different types of configurations. So let's just discuss some of them so that to get an idea how can we handle a big project in TypeScript. So here you can see this field called target. Target is basically which version of like into which version of JavaScript you want to compile the TypeScript into. So here if we want to compile into to ES2S60 ES 2016, then we can enter it here. Then there is a field called root directory. Now in this root directory, you can just uncomment it using control plus slash. And what does this mean is, uh, so you will be having a lot of you will be having all the TypeScript file in a specific folder. Let's call that folder to be src. Now suppose you have all the files. Let's say this example.ts is present in src, and all the other files are present there. So we are telling TypeScript that by writing it here src, that all the files which you have to compile are present in src folder. Now it will compile and generate a JavaScript file. So we can also move all those JavaScript file into a specific folder. So let's just create that folder first of all. Let us call it dist. So there is another important property called as output directory. So out dir. Now uncomment this one. So what does this mean is whatever JavaScript file will get compiled, where will they go? So here we can define that we want all those files inside dist folder. So that's how we can put it. All right. So now let's just open the terminal and simply run a command called psc and see will it compile all the files. So let's just create one more file inside src called as simply example2.ts and write some random code console.log and my name is Rahul. Let's just do this and simply compile this psc and let's see what it does. So it has completed the execution, and now in dist folder you can see that all the two files are now came here, which means as we have described in the configuration for TypeScript, that you can pick all the files from src folder, and when you compile when you create the corresponding JavaScript file, you can keep them inside the dist folder. So now let's just check out the first JS file, which is basically this one, and the example2.js, which is this one. So this is how we can compile a project, TypeScript project, basically transpile a project into JavaScript, and then we can run it.